Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mo.J and we are locked in. I've seen people in my comments asking for more updates on Power, so I'm about to start giving them to you, especially because Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2 comes back on August 14th. Now, if you've seen the thumbnail, what it looks like is we're going to have a little time jump from the last time we seen Kanan to where we're going to see him in Season 2. So it's not picking up exactly where we left off, and we're going to jump into it and read what they have to say. But before we jump into it, I have a goal of reaching 25,000 subscribers. We're almost there. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's jump into it. We have a power jump between Raising Kanan Season 1 to Season 2. So let's see what they're going to give us here. It's a little bit of information, but we can work with that. So we're going to head over to cheatsheet.com, and it says Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 2 suggests Kanan hasn't been living in Queens. You remember in Season 1, Rock was saying that she should probably send Kanan off to go live with his grandma because it's getting a little dangerous out here. But instead, he stayed. He put the bullet out there, and she said it's always going to come after you. Bad parenting. But let's jump into it. Power Book 3 Raising Kanan Season 1 chronicled teenage Kanan Stark's introduction into the drug game, determined to follow his queen pin mother, Raquel Rock Thomas footsteps. Kanan did and saw more than he bargained for. Though Rock mostly depended on her brothers, Marvin and Lulu, she began to lean on Kanan more and more. Now you remember, Kanan is just a kid, 15 years old, maybe, I think it was 15, 16, something like that. In the Season 1 finale, Rock tasked her only son with doing the unthinkable. Now fans believe that Kanan has been living outside of Queens for at least a year. Now, if you remember what that was, Detective Malcolm wanted to talk to Rock so she can tell Kanan that he's his father. And what did she say? Oh, you got to go shoot this cop. So that's one reason Kanan had to lay low. So we go down. Raising Kanan Season 2 will debut August 14th. Well, we know that. Following the explosive first season of the series, where Kanan found himself fully indoctrined into the dope game, he appears to put a major focus on family. Starz released an official description for the second season, and it reads, as we enter Season 2, Raquel Rock Thomas has gained control over the city's drug trade, but her son is slipping away. Kanan Stark returns to Queens uncertain of his future with the family business, and because of Detective Howard's lingering secret, he's even more uncertain of his past. Kanan searches for the truth while Rock boldly explains the business into hostile mafia territory. Lulu has other plans that revolve around him emerging his record label, but Rock isn't about to let his side hustle get in the way of her expansion. Although Marvin remains Rock's loyal soldier, he struggles to earn Jukebox forgiveness and becomes the father that she deserves. The ties that bind this family are becoming undone, but Rock will stop at nothing to hold them together. Now we know Lulu, he has his own little record label. He's trying to do that. He got to make things happen out there. We got Famous talking about the streets need a body, snitching on everybody. Marvin, he lost his position. You remember, he was the top dog in the family, but he couldn't run the organization. So now he's up under Rock, and he was the one that was running the apartments for a little bit, but he's wrecking cars. Him and Jukebox, they got into it because he found out that she liked girls. So he's trying to get that back. We go down. Here's a little trailer here. You guys can go back and watch that. Kanan may have been living outside of Queens for at least a year. So this is what I'm saying. It's going to be a little time jump, maybe a year in between Season 1 and Season 2. So that'll put Kanan from about 15, 16 to around the 17, 18 age, depending on where he was. I think he'll be 17. I think he was 16. Either way. In the Season 1 finale of Raising Kanan, Kanan left New York with Symphony. You remember, Symphony is the boyfriend of Rock. After shooting Detective Howard, now it appears that he has been absent from the Queens and his family for at least a year. Starz released a short but revealing teaser trailer for Season 2. The background music had the cream, Get the Money, Dollar Dollar Bill, y'all, by Wu-Tang Clan in the background. Now that was released in 93. Since the first season of Raising Kanan was centered around 91, there's a potential time jump that could be on the horizon. So it could have been late 91 and then we roll into 93. So it's about a year and a half jump if they're tying the music in to symbolize the year. So if this is true, this means that Kanan was not living with his mother and was absent from the drug game for this time. It makes sense then that he would tell Rock that he wasn't sure he was cut out for the lifestyle. Now, that wasn't a trailer. He was sitting on the bed and she was talking to him. He was saying, maybe I'm not prepared. That's because he's seen everything. You remember, Jukebox was letting him know, hey, I seen your homeboy get in the car with Unc. He went with Lulu. You remember Lulu had him set up and killed. So there's a lot of things going on. And what he's seeing is that these streets, it really ain't nothing to play with. Overall, I think the time jump would actually be good for the show. So it could show us that Kanan maybe matured a little bit or was outside of the game and realized that, hey, like he said, this might not be for him. He may have noticed that what my family is doing, it looks good and it seems good, but it's very dangerous out there. Now, we know ultimately what Kanan turns into, and we know Kanan from the original series, but I think a time jump is good for this, especially because it's been a while and the real life actor, he's going to be growing. So it gives us a little time jump, and this could also potentially tie in when we get introduced to Tommy and Ghost. Maybe at the end of this season, we might see them, you know, saying the young ones when they were in school, because you got to understand, Tommy and Ghost were younger than Kanan. Or that could be the lead up into season 3 where we get introduced to them. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Is the time jump good for them, or do you think that they should just pick up where they left off? Let me know what you think. I'm Mo.J. If you like the content on the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.